Oh, Jah. Mm. Bright and early. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. You made it. Shout out to who's that? Keller C1. Keller C1 says Grand Rising, SouFLo, Brains, and the Morning Thoughts family. Like a phoenix, we rise. Up, up, up. Belinda Coy Watson, good morning. Thank you for being here. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for being here. Laurel Newman, thank you for being here. June O'Brien, good day. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay-at-home moms and pops, the retirees, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to my brother Troy Star Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go check the brother channel out and give him a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and tell him says SouFLoTV sent you. Good morning, each and every one. We made it through another week. Time of flying. Time is flying by. I have some mint tea in my cup this morning. And we're going to have a talk this morning. All right, big up on yourself. Thank you for being here. So, I want to talk about a couple of things this morning. I want to start off with an incident that took place where I have the video clips here. We're going to watch the video clips. So, the first video that got released, the video showed a man jumping over a wall with a machete. For those of you who don't know what machete mean or is a machete, same thing, a long blade, jump over the wall and chop up the woman, right? I saw in the comment section, a lot of people are saying that this brother needs jungle justice and he needs to be, you know, them supposed to do all these kind of things to him. But I watched the video. Later on, other videos came out of what led to the altercation. Hence, my topic this morning, some women need to chill. Some women need to chill. It don't look good on already. Some women need to chill. Want to see how them are treating them? So the story, the full story, before we watch the video clip, the headline says a woman was chopped by a man during an altercation in Maypen, which is Clarendon, Jamaica. As you all know, SouFLoTV is from Clarendon, a proud Clarendonian, and me make the world know that. Anyhow, the story goes like this. The Clarendon Municipal Corporation, the local authority responsible for issuing vending permits, says that it is aware of this afternoon incident where a female vendor was chopped several times by a male vendor following an altercation in Maypen. The corporation says it wishes to make it clear that the vendors were plying their wares illegally in the space and the area, which is a no vending zone, is being overran by vendors. So is a man and a woman that are two vendors, higgler, whatever you want to call them, and they were out there fighting each other for space to put up them stall and sell their stuff. But the government has already said that no selling should go on in that area. So one, they were already both breaking the law, but them are fight each other for space. The incident, which took place in the vicinity of the bargain village, sent other vendors and shoppers running for cover after an off-duty police officer in the area had to fire several gunshots to ward off the man, who was later arrested and taken to the Maypen police station. And later on last night, I got notification that this guy also was charged. He was charged with wounding to intent, wounding with a deadly weapon, and some other. He got a bunch of charges on him. So he was arrested, he was charged, and thank God that off-duty police officer was there, because the off-duty police officer actually saved her life, because the man have bust some gunshot, and you will see all that on this video right here. So let's have a look at the first clip. There are 3 clips here. This is what people didn't see. First, you're going to see what people saw, Why everybody has said jungle justice theme, and then you're going to see what people did not see until later on. All right. Now, here we go. So this is what was released, what everybody see. They're arguing. When it starts to replay over, I'm going to let you watch it. And we're going to watch all 3 clips. No need for chill. Some no need for chill. That a swing over your head and you don't even know. So shout out to Don Mafia for that clip here. So I won't show the part where she's bloody. Sometimes I'll lift the camera up so it's not shown on screen. But this is the first clip that was released. I hold the thing down because I don't want to show you, because YouTube will take my video down. I can't show you somebody being chopped. Okay? But y'all can see him swinging, right? No, he didn't shoot her. The guy jumped over the wall to chop her with a machete, and an off-duty officer was close by doing his shopping. You see that guy in the blue shirt? The guy in the blue shirt was just in the area, but he's an off-duty officer. Nobody knew. And he has the firearm. See, still holding the gun in one hand while holding the guy, right? That's when he jumped over the wall and he delivers the chops, and I don't want to show you the whole of him chopping her up. People are saying, Dr. Weissman, what's going on with these Jamaican men? How come you're so quick to anger when it comes to the women and so quick to get so violent with a woman, right? That is always the case. Okay. What people did not see is what, this was a little bit more after. So, all right. So that's clip number 2. And what you're seeing is after the police got there, in uniform police got there, and the off-duty police officer handed the man over, because after him bust the shot them enough, he had to fire for him to stop, because the man make up his mind, say, "I chop up this woman." And just to get the record clear, she received multiple chops, to include one in her forehead right here, one on her shoulder. And as I'm reading, there were many more chops that she got, right? Now, while this man did there chop up the woman, he bust the gunshot and the man stopped. So he literally saved her life. He held on to the guy that had the machete, got him to put the machete down, and he kept him there until police actually came and got him, right? All right. What people don't see is the stuff that happened before, because they were arguing before. And apparently them two have been arguing all week long. Some people are saying why he didn't just run away, why he didn't just leave. Y'all, women, listen, you have to understand, sir, not everybody is thinking straight and logical. Not everybody is thinking, a woman, she says some hurtful stuff, but me I walk away, because like my grandfather used to tell me, a woman's strength is in her mouth. See, that means now that I'm grown, I understand that to mean that a woman will tell you some things that will hurt you to your core. And you know, a lot of men, the ego is fragile already. Yeah. So she said some things to you in front of people, and you know Jamaican people stay already. They like to egg stuff on until it get to a part where everybody running and oh God, why you do it, why? But they were the same ones that were standing there hyping it up with their phones out, recording the whole thing. What you saying though? And then mother, why she done you, my youth, she done you. That only add more shame or whatever he's feeling. That get heightened, right? Some man want that they want to defend their ego now. So when I say women, some people get offended. SouFLo, you always have blame the woman. Then here we go again. It's not blaming the women. It's wisening the women. From a man perspective, wisening the women, telling you how a man thinks. You don't know how a man thinks. You're a woman. I don't care how you think you know how a man thinks. It's better to listen to a man tell you how men think. I can only guess how women think. I remember not everybody thinks in the same vein, but logically you have sensible men that will walk away because they don't believe in hitting any women and they don't believe in no big raucous fight. Definitely not going to pick up no machete and try to chop up a woman in front of people over an argument. Right? But there are those that will. And a lot of the times, y'all know that you're dealing with or standing in front of somebody that will, but you still test the waters. And I'm telling you, man, it don't end up good for you. Now, here's the other video clip before I get into my long speech. Because see, me, I try to save some woman life, you know, at the end of the day. So here's the other video clip. This is what happened before. The girl have all the knife, I got stabbed in the blood clot neck. Listen. I'm gonna kill you out here so today. That's her in the red, right? Watch it out. All right. That is what took place before he jumped over the wall with that machete. That's what they didn't show first. They showed that last. She have a long knife in her hand. Enough. They're arguing. They're trading words. They've been arguing all week over space. They're trading words now. She produced a knife. She first took up some goods and slapped him in the face with the goods, right? You know everybody are, whoa, just like I just said. Man ego hurt. Y'all just slap you. I want you to look in your face with that. So maxi pad. You know what the man ego hurt already. Slap him in the face with it. She produced a knife. You want me to kill you out here so today? You want me to kill you out here so today? Hey boy, me stab up your, right? Next comes the clip where he's jumping over the wall with the machete. You see what I'm saying? This kind of reminds me of the lady that was in the car with her child and she had drive next to another car. Y'all seen that video, right? And the man have the gun. The man eventually produced a gun. Apparently, the man bad driver, so she decides that she got bad drive them back. They end up side by side arguing. His window is all the way up. Basically, I tell the lady, said, just move and go on and leave me. Move and go on and leave me. No, she's riding right beside them. The man produced a gun and he's knocking the gun on the window to show her that I have a gun for me. At this point, you don't care if that gun license or it's illegal. You just see a gun. So the first thing you should have did was hit your brakes on your car, let them go ahead. If you're going to complain, call police on your phone while driving behind them at a distance. Get down, car description, it's a red car, license plate number, blah, blah, blah. Send that to police, right? No, she's driving right next to the man with the man and knock the gun on the window like, hey, girl, you see this? You see this? You see this? All right. At what point does this lady stop? You hear her child in the car? her child in the car. Mommy, mommy, please, mommy, stop now, no. The poor child. We've been over this before, but I have to use it as an example again. The poor child is in the car begging, mommy, please, mommy, stop now, no. Okay, mommy, okay, stop. The poor child realized that if the man there starts shooting into the car, then the child is going to get shot. And more than likely, you know how these things always end up happening. The child gets shot, the child dies, gunshot, miss the mother, and now she's on TVJ and CVM telling a story, and sympathy is garnered because you is a man that shoot a woman. Sometimes you don't have to just chill, okay? Try to learn to avoid certain situations. You are a woman. Me not care how tough you think you are as a woman. You're not fighting no man if the man really want to fight you, right? But for some reason, a lot of these women feel like so them can fight a man. They instigate situations, or they give a build up, them throw gasoline upon the fire until it starts blaze up. And then when it blaze up and burn them, why? Walk away. She bring out long knife, but she gonna stab the man. And me kill you out here so today. I want me kill you out here so today. You're asking me if I want you to kill. So I kill you, gonna kill me. And he flew into that mode. Now, let's be honest. He could have walked away. He could have left. But when you're telling people to leave the scene and you don't make no money today, and she over there feeling like the big bully on the block because she cleared you off the block today and she is making all the money and you don't get to sell not one item from your stall for the day. Time's hard now, you know. So any which way they can get their little earnings, they're going to try to get it. Some people prefer to sell on the roadside than to go rob people. See? So even though the government says that space is illegal, the government don't have no legal space set up for the vendors to vend. So the people then pitch tent anywhere they can, right? And they've been doing that in that area for the longest. It's not like they just set up out there. So it's a cross between, do I make money today, or do I let this girl run me off of the block and I don't get to make no money, plus everybody will laugh after me, you're soft. And the girl Nisha run you off of the block, you're soft. You know how we do already. Instigate stuff until it reaches that point where we're all running around begging for police. A woman's words, sharp, you know. Yes, the pride hurt too. Fiona, the pride is hurt too. And a lot of men today are very sensitive, okay? Very sensitive. And I like one time gone when man used to be like, sure, a woman, she talk, and she talk. No, it's different. But on the flip side, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. When it comes to self-defense, woman kill man too. So when a person is forced to defend themselves, they're not going to be thinking, oh, you're a woman, so I'm not going to chop you too hard. No, I'm going to chop you. Just like when I chop a man. See? So women, you can subtract yourself from these situations. All right? What I mean, keep by your mouth. Left people alone. Someone will get brawling and raucous and act like you really can take on a man, and you can't. You're literally, you are hanged by a string more time because you're dealing with a man that won't do it because his principles won't allow him to do it. But it's hell and powder house when you broke up in a man that don't have no principle like that. And him run after you with a machete. Then what? And she putting up her arm to block a machete. I chop the man, I got chop off your hand because at the rate at which he was swinging that machete, a murder. That was going to be a murder. If that police wasn't there undercover and bust them 2 shots there and him stop, when him hear the gunshot them so close to him, him stop like this. If that man wasn't there, a dead, she dead, we would have been reading a whole different headline. All right, so sometimes sidestep trouble, my friend. And I can even broaden this now. and talk to the brother them now. Sometimes sidestep trouble, my friend, because guess what? You went out there today to make your money. You end up in police custody. Now you're locked up and you're charged and you're about to do court sessions in front of judge and probably jail time or prison time. Who's feeding your family while you're away? So sometimes a woman's words will cut you so deep, but you just need to walk away. You need to walk away. And if you can't walk away, run. Run. My wife here watched a show yesterday, and the man go for he went to go speak to his ex-wife, and his ex-wife she vindictive, she mad because him leave her, didn't want her no more. These things, right? And she take his mother's ashes. She was cremated. Take the man mother ashes, you know, and I pour it in a gas tank after she light him BMW upon fire, burn it out, mash out the glass, them everything. She's pouring his mother's ashes into, because everything else that she tried, he didn't respond. He was like, okay, so you're trying to get a rise out of me. You're trying to get, no, I'm not trying to get no rise out of you. I get a rise out of some other man name. And yes, I was effing him the whole time because you didn't, you know, them try, get the rise out of you, get the rise out of you. Walk away. Me tell wife, because she said, what would you do if that was you? Me said, me would have run. I would run. When we see that woman coming, I would run. The altercation with them before that, the lady beat up herself and go to the police station and file a report. So the brother abused her. Police come and call him up. He didn't, he's like, what? With what? I've been here all day. No, them no want to hear nothing. We see a woman beat up, come, you're going. So he goes down, and when he gets to the police station, he sees her there. See, this is the same woman that took his mother's ashes and was pouring it into the gas tank. You know, Mummy last wishes was that she be cremated and then wait till summertime come, because that was her favorite time of year. So may I wait until summer come to go sprinkle her ashes where she told me to sprinkle it. She liked the beach. So sprinkle her somewhere in the sea. Sprinkle some around our childhood home. People have them last wishes. You know how that go already. But here you are pouring my mother's ashes into the gas tank. And while she poured the ashes in that gas tank, you don't hear her. She's definitely going to be burning in the pits of hell now and pouring, and I get ready to light the car. So they started tussling. She had jumped on the man back and all these things. The man back up with her and hit a guardrail, a wall, and over it she went. And she dropped must 3-story down or something like that. 3 or 2 stories down. And land on top of a car, right? And now he's the one that's charged for attempted murder and all these other things. Now I'm telling you, that woman called him to come start out some final stuff. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. You can't speak to me again after you disrespected me in certain ways or after you've done certain things, like beat up yourself, then call police. You're dangerous. I'm staying far away. So for the men them, like in that video you just saw, he could have left. He wouldn't have made any money for the day. He could have left. Or he could, but sometimes, you know, you're standing there and an argument that you had with somebody earlier, you're telling yourself, so I brush it off. Next thing you know, knife in your neck side, knife in your back, you're getting stabbed up from behind. So I think the guy probably says, I'm not staying out here living in fear. You say you're a bullbuck and duppy conqueror, well, me are the same thing too, so we're going to have to fight this out. And knife produce, hey boy, and he stop you up, you know, and see the people them stand up around there. Nobody is telling her, my girl, put with the knife, stop, go away. Nobody is saying anything to her. Everybody just yo, see him there, you know, see, watch her now, see her there, she have a knife on her, you know, top she have to stab him up now, you know, and videotaping. So don't depend on the crowd to save you. Sometimes you have to go in yourself while you're in a crowd, because crowd will gas you up because they want excitement. I don't know where we are in a society now, in society now, but we've gotten to a place now where people love to see the worst. Even when they're the same ones that's running around saying, oh my God, Jesus God, you wicked. And they love to see the worst. It gives them something to talk about for the rest of the day. Me the dead, you know? Yeah, right up front seat, me there. Me see the boy jump over and what me saying chop or see. But you know what? You see before that, the girl did that. Not one of them will say, stop it, calm down, when done this. Call police soon as you see it start and knife produce. No, nobody ain't calling no police soon as nothing. Everybody start up with them phone. Me I put this on Instagram. Me I put this on Facebook. Me want to see this on YouTube. This I go piling up. That's the world we live in. Patrick Smith say a true man, some woman for chill. Yeah man, listen Patrick, you know what I talk about. And the reason why I'm speaking to the women first before everything else, may I tell the man them to chill too, you know. I'm telling the men them to chill as well. But the reason why I'm speaking to the women is because in situations like these, like a woman now, she know what kind of man she have, but she got press every button in an argument. She got press every button. And she press and she press and she press. Then the man grab her by her neck and start choke. You're the one that's getting choked. You're the one that's passing out. You're the one we're hoping to make it through that choking, because if you don't, you're dead, right? You're the one that, so me I try to tell you how to avoid all that, because you notice when him grab your neck that you couldn't get away, right? Okay, that tells me, if I was that woman, that would have tell me, said, he's way stronger than I am. It's like going to a lion's cage and you tell the zookeeper, open the door, man, I have this. Can't do me nothing. The lion, him good, man, him soft. Every time I come around here, I taunt him just lay down. You know, see him not do nothing. Him soft. Okay, when the lion they raise up, you cannot match the strength of that lion. So yeah, you see it. You can't match the strength of the lion about to tear you apart. Not saying it's right what these men are doing. Right now, Jamaica gone really upside down, flip side. I'm truly wondering what's going on as far as man-woman relationship. I wonder what's going on. I did a story yesterday about a teacher from Clarendon, again, that's missing. Now, this is day 3 of her being missing. Her family has a $500,000 reward out for anybody who can give some information leading to her whereabouts. If y'all didn't see the story, her alarm kept going off at her house on her car, and her neighbors eventually went over there at 11:30 a.m. to say, hey, turn down your alarm, turn off your alarm keep on going off. That was the last time they saw her. She disappeared. Her car disappeared. Some of her belongings, the contents of her pocketbook, as my mother would have called it, our pocketbook. I don't know if we don't call it that no more, in a handbag, in a purse. That was found on the highway, on Highway 2000, the Spanish Town leg of Highway 2000. Emptied out, her belongings scattered on the highway. And it's 3 days now she missing. This don't look good, because track record shows us that when grown women go missing in Jamaica, if she is not a senior that has Alzheimer's and has been wandering and was picked up downtown and now upon the news, help us find Miss Macy family or whoever, we don't know this lady name. If it's not that, if it's not a young girl that ran away and she's safe because she either they are man yard or she is at some friend's house hiding out because she can't take what's going on at home. Those are the people that usually make it back home in Jamaica. You know, we're tired to see story them where the little girl, Amber Alert and this and that, and the girl is missing 2, 3, 4 days. And then suddenly Shamika was reunited with her family today. We have nothing else to say. Like, they don't give us a backstory. Where was Shamika? Where has she been all this time? Have us worried given the climate of the country. But when you are a grown woman and you go missing for days, remember, school is in session. She is a school teacher. So it's not like she gone a man yard or she would just leave her job that where she's worked for many years. It's not like she would just stop going to work because she meet new man. I don't think that's in her character. And to see her stuff scattered on the highway and her car, it still has not been found. Her car has not been located. She has not been located. So me I wonder what really are going. I see Andrew Holness come up and talk about dancehall music is the stem for all this violence and all this other stuff. Don't quote my words because I don't want anybody to say SouFlo said that's exactly what Andrew said when it's not what he said. But he's basically blaming dancehall again. But you have time for this speech about dancehall music. I never hear one dancehall song yet that said kill the woman them. I've never heard one dancehall song yet that says rape the woman them, rape the girl them. I think Andrew is failing so miserably, and they always do this. He's failing so miserably. I'm not saying he's not handling other areas well, but he is failing so miserably when it comes to getting this crime thing under control that he has to find a scapegoat. He has to create some diversion. And usually the diversion that they go for is dancehall. Blame dancehall music. Brother, at the rape and them thing that we are talking about, the murders of the women is what we're talking about. So, since we know that the man them who are doing these things, they're not listening to somebody like SouFLoTV or whoever else is telling them, stop it. They're not listening to we. They don't want to hear us. The next best thing that we can do is to smarten up some of these women. Okay? Because that's the only way it can happen. The only way it can happen is if them either the man them that's doing it listen to us and stop, or the women that are getting involved in these situations thinking it can't be me until it is you, we can get them to wisen up. There's only two ways to fix it. We can't depend on government. And first of all, let me say this again. First of all, and multiple times again. Andrew Holness, police officers, law enforcement officials, government bodies, they are not there when these domestic issues are taking place. So them can't stop it. They can put measures in place that will create a deterrent. For instance, Jamaica wants to be known as one of the safest places in the world. Jamaica will have to take on some serious measures to be seen as one of the safest places in the world. Like, is it the safest place in the world for women? How will we get there? Because in Jamaica, if you do this or that, you die. Period. The laws need to be more stringent, more strict, more of a deterrent. Make one time some man feel like say, yo, me I strangle a girl or rape her and strangle her, you know. Let when he think that, one side of his brain think that, the other side of his brain should have said, yeah, but I don't think it's worth it because them all broke my neck. So you know what, I'll leave that alone. But when you hear a man talk about, I do them things here, and them go stand up in front of a judge, and the judge say, 30 years. First of all, I'm saying 30 years, you just took the life of somebody. You just killed one woman, only child. 30 years. And the woman, they a big woman now, she don't have no more picnic. And you give the man 30 years. 30 years, and after 15, you're eligible for parole. Oh, wait. You say you're guilty? Yes, Your Honor, I'm guilty. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Okay. He expressed some remorse. You're out in 10. That's the sentencing guidelines. That's all government can do. Government can't stop us from murder off and kill off each other. We're just in a different place. The people, some of the people look like they don't mind being killed or murdered because they instigate situations that lead to this. And the whole time I'm watching these situations develop from the first word exchange, I already know what's coming. I may say, okay, somebody walk away, to escalate, chop up. Why everybody are run? So we need to learn how to walk away from situations. You know, we carry this big chip on our shoulder, this ego, me a Jamaican, me tough, me and we nobody can't tell me nothing, me not take chat from people. Even the most refined Jamaican, listen up, even the most refined Jamaican who can lock foot and speak, how should we say now, exquisitely the Queen's English, articulate the Queen's English to another level, even them have that chip when them reach a point where I don't want to hear nothing, you can't tell me nothing, and you know, but you have to save yourself. Government can't save we. Andrew blaming dancehall, poor Andrew. He has failed so miserably. He needs help. He needs help. He needs outside help. But where do we come in? How do we govern us? That may I talk about. How do we govern us? Me see the woman them. Me see it all the time. This is no joke thing. Me see on a clown out man and laugh with a friend them and think it won't happen to me. Me see woman use them picnic. Every little thing the man said to them pick up the picnic, them and gone. This poor man is a hard working man, him not beat you in the yard or nothing. See? You just feel like your skin wild and catch a fire, and everything you say he must do, and if him don't do it, then the picnic them go and you're gone, or your mother or you're gone. Don't call my phone. Don't need for you to know where I'm going, but you're taking my kids. You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. Me will contact you and tell you, miss it all kind of something. These head games that you play. Now, sisters, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all get defensive, but you know what I'm talking about. Because nothing to do it. Stop it. Stop it. Because everybody talk about this won't happen to me. Oh, Derek soft man. Derek not do me nothing. Until Derek put you on front page news. We never saw that coming. How long you press the man button? Look how much mind games you were playing. And you did good in yourself doing all that. She gonna confront man out the road. You see how big that man is? Do you see how big he was? Tall and strong. And you are confront the man with knife. Now post the man rush you. Overpower you with the same knife that you had. And plant it in your chest. Or plant it in your neck. Why you out there doing that? Why you are, you know, I think this whole strong woman thing, I think it gone too far now. This whole strong woman thing gone too far now. The woman them start feel like so some of them must be manly. And so to some degree you can't blame them. Because a lot of them have been abandoned. They've been abandoned since they were young. Some of them father abandoned them so they never grew up with no man. Then them grow up with a mother that tell them all bad things about man because she was already jaded by their dad. You know, and it's just a cycle. So she grew up strong. And this is how you are strong. This is how you're supposed to be strong. Strong means be aggressive to man. I just said 2 words to her. Like some little mad chihuahua. You know? But when you forced to have defended yourself from so young, she fight off man in the neighborhood where I try to rape her from she little. So she have a chip on her shoulder about that. I remember T, a female named T came, I'll just say T, not her full name. She came to visit us here in the US and she was on a student work program and she was attending the University of the West Indies, see? And I remember T said, in Jamaica, you know, you have to be strong as a woman, you know, from your little girl. Because if you don't have the nerve now, pardon my language for those of you with virgin ears, but she said if you don't have the personality to tell some boy like, let go from a bumper cloth hand, you want to you. Don't touch me. If you don't have that aggressiveness that so man withdraw you, we go fuck you. That's what she said. And I had to think to myself like, God man, what a society. You know, you raise your little daughter to be prim and proper and ladylike and all these things. And that's not good enough. She have to know how to be like a ferocious female lion. You think the male lion is ferocious? Watch that female lion when you touch one of her cubs. See? So they have to be raised like that. My eyelashes are mad long, and they sometimes them bend over and broke out on my eye and sitting. But anyhow, yeah, the females have to be like mad aggressive from a young age. So she had different. So some of them I can't even blame them because it's the environment they were brought up in, situations and circumstances. They've been forced to be tough from them little, and it affects every aspect of their life as they grow. Cause remember, enough of we not get no counseling. A lot of us went through trauma and didn't get no counseling. So some of us walking around here, it took us years to get to where we're at, the mind state we're at now. We never just perfect from we little or had these mature ideas from we were little. We went through the same struggles. We went through the same struggles, you know? So we're relating from a real place. Some of them are fight from their little. Some of them have to be strong from they were little. So by the time them reach woman age, their definition of strong is not necessarily healthy, but it's survival for her. When you and a man argue, don't go pick up no knife. If you can leave, leave. The same way I would tell a man to leave if he can leave, I would tell you also to leave. I know some people are going to say, yeah, SouFLo, but in a relationship setting, woman try leave, a man stop her from leaving and end up kill her anyway. Well, choose what point you leave and how you leave. Someone will leave and go back for whatever reason. And sometimes it's best to run and leave everything in those domestic situations. If you're confronting a man out a road now, that's not the kind of strong that you need to be. That's not beneficial to you. Strong means you're headstrong as in, you're praying how to start a business. You're praying how to keep your family together. You're praying how to, that is strong, woman. You're praying how to get yourself to a point in life where you can bring something to the table with your man or your partner. And if you don't have a man or a partner, you're not going to dead for hungry and you don't have to go road and look for a man just because, boy, the rent are heavy. Me can't handle it. Every month, me late. So you meet Mad Juba or you meet Debonair Devon. And either Mad Juba or Debonair Devon is about to move in real quick because you need help with bills. That's what strong means. Strong means getting yourself to a place where you can stand on your own. So when you're saying INDEPENDENT and you're independent, you mean that for real. That's what strong means. It don't mean strong like rough up a man and become manly yourself. Yeah? Man out here still like to see you as a woman. Yeah, man out here will help you. But something is to be given in return. Because I can't double back on my message when I preached day before yesterday and said to y'all that every time a man I give you something, please know that something is expected in return. I don't care how long him take you to ask for the something, it depends in mind. So something is to be given in return. That's the next thing. That is another thing will lead to problems. Some man try to be polite. Him say, yeah, you want me buy your food every day? All right, me buy your food every day. You want me drive you over so? Yeah, me drive you over so every day. After a while, it's either I'm going to ask for it straight out. And in the meantime, I'm going to give you the vibes. So don't ignore it. Him just not come straight out and say, beg you somebody post it up. But you can't ignore it because we see where it leads to. A lot of these girls from them little, like again, shout out to Wifey, as she put this in my head. This is a cultural thing. Somebody asked, is this a cultural thing? Yes, it is. It is. It's a cultural thing. Most Jamaican girls are bred in a certain way. Like, you have to go find man with money. So already, their mindset is set at, Nobody not looking for anybody their own them own wavelength. You know, like how me tell the man them say, if a woman wants to be expensive, that's her problem. That's her business, right? She has the right to be that way. You just need to go shop in a zone that your price range is within your budget. You're not going to go shop in the Louis Vuitton store and you have Target money or you have Walmart money, right? If you can still go Walmart, pick up a nice outfit and be clean outside like everybody else, right? We tell that to the men. But what they tell the women is on the flip side from their little. That creates a problem. Because every woman seem like, especially new generation, seem like, man, if it take care of me, man, if it can spend on me. Can you take care of yourself? Can you afford to spend on yourself the way how you want to be spent on? Well, if you can't, I think it's rather unfair to be demanding someone to do all these things for you that you cannot do for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Right away, you're in a problem, you know. Right away, you're setting yourself up for problems. Because you see, what that does is it gives these men, and I could talk till I'm blue in the face and say, you no matter how much money you spend on her, my youth, or big man, listen, you no matter how much money you spend on her, no matter how much things you buy her, you no matter how much trips you take her upon, you don't own the woman. You understand? And we could preach till we're blue in the face. Them not hear that. Man show love with them money. Them show everything with their money. Everything is connected to their money or to their favors. May I tell you that? Ain't no man waking. I mean, I don't care who wants to me alive. Ain't no man waking up and say, yeah, you know, something I gotta find a good looking girl today and do some favors for her just because. It's opportunity. It's opportunity. You're easier to get to because you're in a situation where you need me. So who is telling the woman them say, strong up yourself. Make sure you're truly independent. Put yourself on a pedestal so you can provide for yourself and so you can protect yourself. Then you will attract a different kind of man. Because we are predators. Men and women are humans, are predators naturally. So when you tell your little daughter about a fine man with money, and make sure you're not breed for no broke boy, you know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them have a list where them give the girl them mentally, verbally to their mental from the girl them liquor. Some of them tell them make sure you're not breed for no black boy, you know, no black ugly boy, you know, you get some little ugly baby. Some of them say go find one Indian boy or one white boy breed so you can get some brown baby with some pretty hair. Some of them say make sure he's a money man, you're there with you know. Not go take up no broke boy, you know. And from them on your mark, set to the go. That's what they're on and that's what they're looking for. The problem with that is the man them with their money feel like say once them start to spend on you, that they can tell you what to do. After that is where are you going? Who you going with? What are you going there to do? When are you coming back? All right, here one. Me, I set a time limit for you. You and your girl, them go so and so. All right, I know your whereabouts. That's like you being somebody's child. Now, in a real relationship, you can say, babes, me and the girls, them go ray, out of respect for your partner. Me and the girls, them go ray for a couple of hours. You know, we should be back by so and so. So if in case anything happened to you, your man or your husband know which part of it gone when he's talking to TVJ or CVM when you go missing. She left the house wearing a red dress and some black shoes. Can just describe the dress down to the T. We weren't fighting when she left, officer. She said she was going to Mark's place for a couple of drinks with her girls. It was supposed to be 4 of them. She named Tina, Sabrina, Michelle, and Shanice. Them 4 there. And I know all 4 of them. Them did go so and so. You know? It won't be a case of you, man, I search your handbag, Man dictate your every move because him do everything for you as far as where money is concerned. And you want break away from him, but you don't want break away from him dollars or from his favors. You're in problems. Not blaming the women, but just showing you how y'all dig these holes. When you dig them hole, yeah, and you're digging yourself deeper into this hole, and we keep saying the same thing. The man them need to stop this, and the man them, no, sister, them not stop. It's just like us saying we need to stop killing each other in Jamaica. We need to stop killing each other in Jamaica, and every year the number is over 1,000. Right now, I believe we're pushing up on 400 gone already for the year. Because the last time I checked, it was 300 and something. And many more have died since then. And we just start April, January, February, March. And today is the second day of April. And we are talking about pushing up close to 400 murders already. So understand the environment in which you live. And stop look on people and take them simple and talk about me. I use the boy, you know. He ain't kind of eat that, you know. So he's giving, so I'm taking. No, his giving comes with attachments. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like to warn the woman them this morning. Because you see, if I save one, then I save the life. If I get one of you say, you know what, I'm not call a mad boy no more, because every time I call him pay my bills them for real, and him give me this and him give me that, but let me take him number out of my phone. If I can get one of you say that, and to see it coming before it happens to you, then I've saved a life. And one life is worth everything. Because we can't replace life. Anybody dead and come back and tell you, say, boy, I'm dead and now I've risen yet. When you're dead, you're gone. Your one precious life is gone. So I could try to save at least one life today. Start telling them some real things. And last but not least, these elderly females that are advising the young woman them. These foxes, easy. These elderly females that are advising the young woman them. Oh, no, advise the young woman them good. Y'all telling them the same things that's getting them into trouble. What y'all do with that, the broke boy there? No, sir, you're too pretty for that. You know how much money man would I want you? Girl, find a man with money. Money. You not tell them nothing different. Or when they're in a relationship, you see them want to inveigle them for do things on the side. True talk, you know. It's a woman's body. She should be able to do whatever she wants to do with her body. You own no rights to the woman's body. You don't own no woman around you. Nowhere. You don't even own your little daughter if you're a father to a little girl. She have a pass through. Your responsibility as a parent is to guide her and provide for her and protect her until she hits a certain age of independence. She's ready to spread her wings and fly out into the world and be here to support her throughout life until God take your life. Because we all must go. But you don't own no woman about you. But the women them don't understand that. All that stuff that SouFLo just said, that cliche stuff. Enough man don't hear that once you start to take his things. Enough man now meds that once you start taking things. Once you start taking things, you are on his books. You must get pianist. And he's out to give you pianist one way or another. Is something for something. So be careful out there. Be careful out there. Nobody now do you nothing good just so. And because you're so pretty. Right? Everyone should be accountable for their own actions. I believe in my heart all black men are a lot powerful than most say. Yeah, true that. True that. But we have to stop depending on, remember, I know, let's break it down mathematically. You put 100 man right now. I guarantee you, maybe 10, 15, or 20 out of that 100 have mental issues. And I mean serious mental issues that you won't see until it starts to play out. So already out of the 100 there, you can take out a 20 there, we have 80 left. Out of that 80 that's left, about 40 of them there don't know how to communicate properly in a loving way, in a respectful manner, especially when they get angry. These kind of things, them don't have no chill. So you're left with about 40 more after that. If we're weeding out. So yes, we can say all black men are powerful. Jamaica, YouTube, TV, big up yourself, brother. So we don't all think the same. We don't all think the same. You run into a rational one, no fun to treat the rational one like garbage. I've actually heard my sister say stuff like, "Me don't know, I'm just soft. Lord, me don't know, me can't take it. He nice, you know. He nice girl, and me him take care of everything. Like, me not have to ask for nothing. But it's like, you know, me feel like him just up under me too much. Like, care. The man care, you know. Man make sure win every argument, just to have peace in the house. Man make sure that everything is always taken care of. This is a person she can call from anywhere in the world, and there's one number she sure will answer and come to her rescue. And I him get tear down, you know. And him get mashed up, and him get the bun. Him get the bun dry. Him get the bun dry with never little butter upon it, much less cheese. So y'all create these situations for yourself. I've seen it. You see woman run like good man all the time for reasons that you would have been like, really? That's him wafa? Give me him. And that the woman, the other woman them say, no, a good woman will say, that's him wafa? Give me him. But they'll come out and paint a bad picture of a good man. I have everybody a slander him. Move, waste man. You go and let your picnic them and your woman and don't know the torment that man was facing in that house. Mr. Man get drinks thrown upon them. When she ready, she cook, and when the food cold, she dash it on him. Mr. She not serving food in a plate, you know, she dash it on him. Like, y'all be doing some stuff behind the scenes, boy. And man, put up with and put up with and put up with. Till them can't put up with it no more. What I'm saying in essence, again, my message must echo this morning, is that, ladies, you are not that strong. You can't fight no man full strength. Me no business where your granny tell you. Cause I know we have some granny who toughen on and feel like they can beat anybody. It's a lie. Man will strangle you and kill you. You have some situations you need to avoid, because although in the right, we can sit here and say, it's her body, she should have able to do what she want to do. If you find out she had give one just left her now. Hassel Daniel, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Hassel Daniel says much needed advice. You know, when we give these advice, we can only hope, because we have people who say, you sit down there and chat for 1 whole hour. Really? Who is you? Somebody actually sent me that comment the other day and said, who is you? Me listen to you all the time in a SouFLo. But God knows, you sit down and chat for 1 hour, like, who is you? Me rotted. I did not know that you're supposed to be, like, you have time limit on. So I guess when I get big and famous, then I must wait till me dep on CNN and MSNBC level, TVJ level, then we can talk for 1 hour. But for right now, I'm just SouFLo, so I'm limited to 15 and 20 minutes. And that the person basically tell me. But anyhow, you know, we take stupid people and stupid comments and we make example, or we just show them as, but it's not that we dwell on it. So some people are saying, SouFLo, don't pay them people in no mind. Me pay them mind. Me pay them mind because I have to use them to teach other people. See? So take the little advice we are giving. We're at the top of the hour this morning. It's 59:42. We have to talk. We have to talk. Because some people don't hear it from parents, them don't hear it from friends, them have a bag of yes friend around them telling them stupidness. Some of the woman know right now say your girlfriend mustn't be doing what she's doing because she have a madman. Now to her credit, I guess she like madmen because of that she pick up. She's one of those. Girl, me just can't take him in too soft. Me don't know. But like somebody will argue back with me like a bit. You know, give me some attitude. And where are you at in your life? Because in my life, I want peace. I want to wake up every day to laughter. But you literally have some woman who say, no, she want to argue. Come on, man. At least argue once a week. Make the sex better. You see that arguing once a week, something there? And then how we are going to do the makeup sex and it will go better. That stuff only lasts for a short period of time. That's how when relationship new or every now and then. After a while, you start to look at, especially if you're a grown person, you start to look at your life like, no, every day, so you not even want the sex no more. So what used to be fun ain't fun no more. Not even make up. I don't even feel like I want to touch you. Every day feel like hell with you. Argument every day for what? For some small things that in the grand scheme of life means nothing. Him not put on the toilet seat every time him go use the toilet. Him take off him clothes, him left him clothes there. So, and these kind of small things lead to arguments that last for days. And then now we must jump in a bed and rip off the clothes and no, me not even want to see you. You know? So be careful of the situations that we create around ourselves. Half of the time, what happens in our life, we have a lot to do with it. But I realize enough people don't want to take blame. So it's easy for them to say stuff like, SouFLo always I blame the woman then. You ever hear me say one woman deserve that? All one time them come out and say, yo, enough man she did have enough. Like the girl with beachy stout. And them say she bad, yo, me I tell her say she bad enough. What amount of man can call name pan that there's something there. And she married her, she have her man. You know that the man was an older man when you married the man, when you got with him initially. If your man 30 years older than you, and you meet him when you did at 20 and him did at 50, then by the time you reach 30, how old the man will be? What you think him can do? And you want young boy stylings. You're putting yourself in trouble. See? But you never heard me say she deserved that. No, I said if it's her body and she want to run it red and make enough man go in there, then that's her business. That's her business. I can't account for what the man is going to do when his ego is hurt. When he find out say you didn't have man in him bed. Then you find out some man wash off them teely in him face basin, in him sink in him bathroom, and use him face towel them dry off them crutches and go at them yard. Me can't promise you what he's going to do or how he's going to take. Cause man mind start work different when man find out so them woman get them burning up. Mind start work completely different. Them start thinking details. If you want a man thinking details, throw in one of them situations there. So I can't promise you what I'm going to do. She don't deserve any of that you're going to do to her though. So I take a strong man to say, you know what? Better things out there. Thank you for opening the door and leaving. I couldn't let you go because I really love you too much. But thank you for leaving. And that's someone you need to tell some people in your life. I could not let you go. See, sometimes I'm going to segue before I end this video. I'm about to end the video right now, but let me say this, and this goes for all of us. Because I was going to start the video off saying it's Friday, and we need to, every Friday, take a stock. Take a stock of yourself. Take a stock of your surroundings, your company that you're keeping. Are you in company with people who fire you up, motivate you, support your ideas, encourage you? Or are you in cahoots with people that are dream killers because they can't see your vision, so them kill your dream. Everything you tell them, that's not gonna work. Cut them off. That's how I was gonna start this out. But in a relationship, take a stop. Listen to this. Sometimes when people are leave you, make them leave. Make them leave. That is literally the universe, the Almighty saying, okay, you can't let go. I'm going to make them leave. You still did there, hold on. Hold on. Let them go. They're only leaving to tell you that, hey, better is out there for you. Or maybe you just need to be alone for a time and fix yourself up. Then you can find better. Stop holding on upon people who want to left you. Stop holding on upon people that don't support you. Life is too short for all of that. There's a circle out there that will love you and support you, but you need to get to it. And sometimes getting to it, battering yourself all the way to it is not going to work. Sometimes you need to purge. Sometimes you need to be alone and figure it out. All right? It's 6 minutes after the hour. Big up on yourself. It's Friday. It's the freaking weekend, baby. And I am about to go enjoy my weekend with my children, with my wife. And I hope you can do the same. Stay safe. Big up on yourself. We'll be going live this weekend, so stay tuned for the live. Saturday and Sunday, we'll be going live because there's a lot going on that I need to talk about. See? All right. DJ Ayatollah, big up yourself. All right. Omega Dreads Gaming Channel, big up yourself. Tony and Campbell, Brown Blessings, big up yourself. And Julie Tapper, big up yourself. It's Friday. Cut them off. And if they're leaving, God want them left you. Make them go. Stop holding on. You might be holding on to worst thing that ever happened to you in life. I'm out. Peace.